A huge budget for a movie does not matter that much, and every year there's more and more proof of that. Just in 2017 you had masterpieces like Baywatch, The Mummy, Transformers 23, Curse of the Resurrected Dinosaur Night, and so on that had large budgets but were barely watchable. I get it that it's hard to make a really good movie with a small budget because of all the technical limitations, but it's possible. Horror movies like The Blair Witch Project and Paranormal Activity, while not exactly great movies, were enjoyable and earned a lot at the box office. Rocky made $225 million on a budget of $1 million, and also won Best Picture at the Oscars, which is absolutely amazing, but the movie that truly shows that you don't need a huge budget is the debut feature of a little director called Christopher Nolan. Following is a 1998 British neo-noir crime mystery film written and directed by Christopher Nolan. It tells the story of a struggling young writer named Bill who follows strangers to get inspiration for his novel. One day he follows a well-dressed thief named Cobb and they decide to partner up. I won't go further into the plot in case you haven't watched it, and it's not really the point of this video. The idea for the film was the combination of Nolan living in a crowded part of London and seeing hundreds of different people every day, and also someone breaking into his flat.
Combine that with the experience of getting burgled and coming home and seeing your door to your flat smashed open, and realizing there was something about looking at the door and realizing that it was very fragile and anyone could have broken it down. It wouldn't have required any force. And you look at window panes, they're made of glass, they're very easy to smash. So the thing that stops people invading your life in that way, it's about social protocols, it's about respecting other people's barriers. And there seemed to be a relationship between that and the idea of not picking someone out of a crowd and following them and imposing yourself or stalking them, essentially. There seemed to be a relationship there that was worth exploring.
The film is told in a non-linear way, which, as we all know, is a thing Nolan's really good at. The film has 3 distinct timelines which are signified by the appearance of the main character. At first I was a bit confused because the movie jumps across the timelines, but as it progresses it all makes sense. It explores themes like identity, value of material possessions, people's reliance on appearances, some of which are further explored in his other films. Though it has its flaws and technical limitations, it's intriguing and for a directorial debut it's extremely ambitious. Following was made for only $6,000. Most of the money was spent on buying film stock and processing it. It was basically written to be as inexpensive to produce as possible. It was shot on 16mm black and white film and most of the film was shot handheld. They also used natural light since they didn't have the money for lighting equipment.
The way we made the film, and I don't know how many of the audience are familiar with the way we made the film, but it was a no-budget film in the true sense. We got it to our first festival. We spent about $6,000 on the entire movie. So it was all myself and Emma and a group of our friends getting together each Saturday to shoot about 15 minutes worth of footage. And we did that for about a year and put the thing together that way. So when I look at the film now, I see all these friends of mine who now all look a bit older. Luckily I'm not in the film, so I can't see how much older I look.
The places shown in following are public locations and homes of Nolan's friends and family. The actors are all amateurs and only Lucy Russell, who plays the blonde, went on to pursue an acting career, but they all do a terrific job. Everyone who's working on the film had a day job, so for a year they only filmed on Saturdays and they would only film 15 minutes of footage. The actors had to nail every scene, so they rehearsed all the scenes for 6 months, and on a given Saturday, Nolan would tell them which scene they were doing that day, so everything you see on screen is either the first or the second take. Just that fact alone proves the dedication and hard work the cast and crew put into this film.
They really did an incredible job, and the way they got there was they agreed to rehearse the film for about 6 months. So we would work the scenes, just rehearse them, so that they knew each scene like a stage play.
The point I'm trying to make is the thing I said in the beginning of the video. The reason why Following works is because it's an ambitious and thrilling neo-noir made with tons of passion and hard work, and when a director like Christopher Nolan gets to make a movie with a big budget, he approaches it with the same artistic goal as he did with this film. Money-grabbing films have existed for a long time, and no budget in the world can save them from being what they really are, a dull product. So in the near future, when you see a Transformers 56 poster in the movie theater, maybe think again about watching it.